Hi, so my name's Kelly George. I'm 34. Oh God, this feels like an audition video. It's very bizarre. Or it's just something screen test for a shopping channel, which is what I used to do. I thought I'd start a video blog, so a vlog, because they're really popular and really viral, and it's a great way of reaching out to people. I'm doing this because I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis last May in 2015. It's currently December 2016, and I found myself in a hospital bed in California. Long story, and we'll get to that bit in a minute, but just wanted to do a load of little videos to basically inform, I say, a slightly younger generation on multiple sclerosis. When I got diagnosed with it, I didn't know much about it. There was kind of some old theories like, will I just end up in a wheelchair? What does it mean when I'm older? Is it a slow deterioration, or can you get better from it? I had so many questions and didn't know what it was. So that's the point in this blog. I hope that fills everybody in. And also, because I'm currently in hospital, I'm from the UK. You can probably tell by my accent. But I'm doing a transition at the moment. Fingers crossed it all goes well. Me and the family are moving over to California. So I'm actually in an American hospital bed. And I've done this for friends and family because I've got incredible support from back home. And they want to know how I'm getting on. So I thought I would do some video blogs. So it's probably only going to be seen by friends or family, which is fine by me. But then also, if I can spread the word about MS just a little bit, just the very small knowledge that I know, I'm certainly no doctor, then I thought I may as well, nothing bad can come of it, surely. So let me fill you in on me and my history. I'm quite fit, active, danced all my life, loads of different types of dance. Then I ended up doing a degree in contemporary dance and hip hop on the side. Always did ballet when I was younger, so quite physically active. As I got older, started joining gyms, enjoying running and doing more dance classes. So tip top on health really. As I've got older and older, so late 20s, early 30s, started really getting into clean eating, just being quite observant about foods and what's in them. Obviously, you get older and you can't shift the weight. When you're 16, you can eat millions of jam donuts and not worry about life, which is great, and 16-year-olds carry on doing that. There's far too much pressure on you with these glam mags at the moment to look older than what you are and stay skinny. You don't need to at 16. But when you go into your 30s, you do start thinking about keeping your blood pressure stable, and your cholesterol levels stable, and what's going in your body, and you can't shift that weight if the weight does go on. So started looking into things like coconut water, swapping carbs around, having things like sweet potato more regularly than white potato, wholemeal bread instead of white bread, just small changes. And it's more of a lifestyle change really than a diet all the time, which is quite good. So that's me. I'm into clean eating at the moment, quite healthy and strong and fit. I've got 2 children. I had a baby recently. Yay, he's just turned 4 months. He's 17 weeks. And we moved here to California 3 weeks ago when he was 14 weeks. He's adorable. And I've also got a 3-year-old daughter. When I got diagnosed last May with multiple sclerosis, always shortened to MS, I had a 2-year-old daughter at the time, no baby Joshua. So the diagnosis came about because I would suppose that me and my husband are quite busy people. We do run our own company, My Little Princess Parties, quick pun there, .co.uk or .com for the American websites. So Princess Children's Entertainment Company. So we're busy, we work hard. We've been running it for well over 8 years now, and we were setting up the American one back in February. This year, 2016. But last year, 2015, we still do a lot. We were still running the company, and we were on a holiday with our 2-year-old and my incredible mum, who is literally, I can't live without her. She was always been our little daughter's full-time nana, allowing my husband and I, James, to run our businesses throughout pregnancy. After pregnancy, I carried on going back to doing character work, dressing up as different princess characters, because I always had mum by my side because she would always be there to look after Tabitha. So she was with us on holiday. We did a family holiday to Texas, and then from Texas we flew to Vegas to party because my closest girlfriends all came out, and we had a really good time in Vegas. So I was doing party with them, often getting in at 4, 5 in the morning, and then trying to go into mum duties, even though my mum would insist, don't get up before 1, I've got Tabitha, it's fine. But I would feel guilty, so I get up about 9 after getting in about 4 or 5 and do mummy duties. So this is the second week of our holiday, and then during that time, I noticed a bit of a numb feeling in my mouth. I thought, this is a bit odd. I thought I'd probably just burnt my tongue or something ridiculous, because I was eating loads of food that I wouldn't normally eat, and it was delicious, and I was just enjoying American life on holiday, as course you would in Vegas. The numbness spread by about day 3 or 4 in Vegas. We were only there for about 6 days, I think, in total. It's starting to go all the way up here, so it wasn't just the inside of my mouth where it felt burnt anymore with loss of feeling. It didn't actually hurt, it was just a lack of feeling. It started creeping up. By the time I got home, I just went to A&E in a UK hospital on Friday night. It had reached my eye. From that, we had to change hospitals. It wasn't taken too seriously at the time. We changed hospitals, went back to a different A&E department a couple of days later. That brought on a load of tests. We had all the nerve type of feeling of tests. Can you feel this? Can you feel this? Small drawing down with kind of pins just to see if I could feel a difference. Hot or cold, doing temperature tests. Then realising that I had numbness around the back of the head as well as at the front of the face. I felt very thankful that even though I had a lot of numbness, I wasn't in pain. It didn't hurt. I could still function completely normally. I felt normal inside me. It was just the outside of me that didn't feel normal. So yeah, I had a lot of tests done. Lots of things were thrown into the loop. Stuff that I had heard about but didn't really know. Things like, were they testing me for Bell's palsy, which apparently affects one type of nerve in your face, possibly nerve 5, I think. Then was I being tested for lupus? Then was I being tested for Lyme's disease? Should they do a lumbar puncture or not? So there was lots and lots of tests going on. That obviously wears you out when you're in a hospital situation and you've got a 2-year-old at home with visiting hours that can't come and see you as regularly as you'd like to. And you'd like to see her and the husband and all your friends and family, really, and my mum, obviously. And then I was in there about 4 or 5 days. Finally did keep pushing for an MRI, because I think that's the only thing that's going to get me sorted. They need to see what's going on in here. The problem I had was I just got back from holiday. I was quite tanned, and I am quite a bubbly person. So when I talk, I'm quite expressive. Because they could see expression, and even though I was telling them I had a bit of a frozen face, they could see expression. So I don't think I looked as alarmingly bad to them as I knew that the numbness was not right. So I did have to push for an MRI, thinking that's the only thing that's going to get inside my brain to see what's going on. We finally pushed. 5 days later, we got the results. A neurologist had come through after several hours the following day, and then kind of hit me with the news that I had MS. MS is shortened for multiple sclerosis. Some people watching this might be watching this vlog because you've just been diagnosed with it. You may have had it for years and years and years, or you may suspect that you've got it or know a friend or family member that's got it. I didn't know much about it at all. I was actually more relieved when they told me I had MS, because the ward they'd put me in was a tumour ward. And they told me the day before, once the results of the MRI were through, that there were lots of white shadows found on my brain. Sit tight, neurologist will come through the next morning and tell you all about it. You don't sit tight, you sleep in that bed, absolutely panicked. What on earth are white shadows on my brain? And I know for a fact I'm sitting in a tumour unit right now. I've got a daughter, she's now 2, that's my priority, obviously a husband as well, and lots of friends and family that care about me, so I was so worried about the results and what they meant. When I was told it was MS, the only understanding I have of that, it's a disease that I can live with. I'm not going to pop my clogs straight away, as far as I know. I could be completely wrong, but I think I can live with this. And doesn't it only affect older people, and do you always end up in a wheelchair? They were my biggest concerns. After speaking to the neurologist, it was quite proven that, yes, this is a disease that you can live with. There can be highs and lows of it. It can come as various attacks, and I was currently suffering my first attack, or what they call a relapse in the medical world, of multiple sclerosis. And it can come and go, and you can live life like a normal person. It's fine. You're not necessarily going to be in a wheelchair from the minute you've got that diagnosis. I'm going to go into it a bit more maybe in some later vlogs, but this is me. This is where I am right now. And that was my diagnosis back in 2015. So I didn't know much about it, and then later found out more, obviously, as the months and year went by. So I've got multiple sclerosis. I've been now living with it for a year and a half, and I'm currently on relapse number 3 in a year and a half. At the time I got diagnosed with it, last May 2015, when they discharged me from the hospital, I was given steroids. So steroids is a very common treatment for such a relapse and attack with multiple sclerosis, and obviously other problems I know in the medical profession. But steroids are good. They're fast acting, and they really try and kind of sort out my nerves that were affected were in my brain. So they really try and sort out the nerves that are attacking each other, which I've later found out is all to do with the white blood cells with MS. And the steroids will really get to that and try and clear it up quite quickly. Steroids can be a list of different strengths that you take for a matter of days, or mine have always been for 4 or 5 days at a time. I don't know if you take them for any longer, to be honest. And so that's me. Sorry, I often wander off of it and try to think, what have I already said, because I repeat myself a lot. But this is meant to be an extremely honest vlog, and I'm doing it from hospital, so at any point anybody could come through the door and check my bloods, my pressure, make me do some balance tests due to the MS that I'm currently suffering right now. So I'm trying to talk quite quickly, but so that's my first vlog. I hope that's filled you in a little bit about me, and then I'll kind of go into multiple sclerosis probably on another vlog, and then just start giving you a bit of a detailed account daily of my antics here in hospital. I'm currently in hospital in America, as I said before, but I am from the UK, and I just thought I'd start this vlog for friends and family mainly. Okay, take care, bye.